Gallop, 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 Dad played horse, letting me ride on his back. Gallop, 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 Dad played horse, so I could laugh and play freely. Hearing these lyrics again, I suddenly realized there was a moment when Dad decided not to carry me on his back anymore. It wasn't because he stopped loving me, nor because his little one had grown too big for his back. It was because it was time for me to stand on my own 2 feet and discover my own life. The moment Dad decided not to carry me anymore was also the moment he remembered, with a pang of pain, when I first cried out into the world, or the first time I learned to say, Dad. He could also never forget the joyous screams that filled the house when Dad bought me a new teddy bear. I'll also remember, with a heavy heart, those times sitting behind Dad's sweat-soaked shirt, simply because I pestered him for candies and snacks in the middle of the day. My nose tingles, remembering the watch with hands that refused to move, which I stubbornly insisted Dad draw on my hand. No matter how much the world changes, I still wish I could stay little forever, just to be close to Dad. The first letter, sent by a listener nicknamed Duckie, also made me miss my dad intensely. Since I moved abroad, I've had the chance to see many things I never noticed when I was living near you. Dad always thought phones were just for calls, so even when I tried to get him a new one, he'd always refuse. But once I moved far away, he started sending me text messages, perfectly punctuated. I know that to send those messages, Dad must have frowned and furrowed his brow, trying to find and remember where to put the accent marks. Dad even made an effort to learn how to video call me. The other day, I called him and saw his hair was all gray, but no one at home would pluck out the white ones for him, right, Dad? The moment Dad hung up, my eyes welled up with tears. I'd never felt such intense homesickness. Dad is getting older now. When I was little, going to school, I always felt proud to have a dad who was older than my friends' dads. But now, I worry when the weather changes and Dad gets aching shoulders and neck, and I don't feel proud anymore. I don't want Mom and Dad to grow old. I don't want to grow up either. I want to be like when I was little, when everyone called me Dad's shadow, when Dad took me to parties, when I could tell Dad everything under the sun, when Dad protected me if someone bullied me. Thank you so much, Dad. I miss home so much, Dad. When I was little, just like Duckie, I always thought Dad would always watch over and protect me throughout my life. If anyone bullied me, I'd just call Dad. Even if the whole world collapsed, there would always be Dad's strong back as a dependable support. But when challenges came my way and bullied Dad's little one, I never dared to tell him, not for a moment of weakness. I was afraid Dad would worry about me and lose sleep that night. We all have those startling moments when we realize Dad isn't young anymore. That's when I call out, Dad, Dad, and after a long pause he replies, what did you just say, dear? That's also when I realized Dad's catchphrase, when you grow up, has now changed to later if your parents are ever gone suddenly. Most clearly, it's the sight of Dad's hair getting grayer and grayer, making me sob uncontrollably every time I think about it. Once I asked Dad if he wanted me to pluck out his gray hairs. He replied, there are no dark hairs left, just all gray. If you pluck them, I'll be bald. It turns out my dad isn't young anymore. On days when the weather changes, his knees ache, preventing him from sleeping soundly. His sleep is restless, and so his hair gradually turns gray. As for me, I still refuse to grow up, still adrift in uncertainty, never settling down. I wish everything had a clear beginning and end, like a train journey or a painting I could paint myself, so Dad wouldn't have to worry about me getting lost on my life's path. Another listener, Khanh Ngoc, shared with this show that her dad has always been a superhero and her strongest support. Indeed, we often mention the first woman in our lives, Mom with her nourishing milk, Grandma with her lullabies and the full, swaying sleep in a hammock. But what about the man with broad shoulders who shelters our entire life? For me, that's Dad, a true superhero. His message, Dad believes you can do it, is the solid support for me and for our whole family. A man with calm composure, no matter what happens, who always hides his weaknesses deep inside, just so his child can live their own life with peace of mind. Khanh Ngoc's letter to us is still long. It's a letter, it's the pain of losing a loved one, it's the most natural and sincere love Khanh Ngoc has for her dad. Dad, it's almost 7 weeks since we've been apart. Do you know, every day feels so heavy for me. I miss you so much, Dad. No words can express this longing in my heart. Dad, can you hear my voice? I can only call out to you in helplessness and pain. Today is your birthday, Dad. Our family should be blowing out candles together, shouldn't we? How could you bear to let me celebrate your birthday with so many tears? For your 44th birthday, Dad, I hope you're happy up in heaven, free from all worries and anxieties. You must promise me to always be happy, Dad. If there's a next life, I'll continue to be your daughter. You go rest first, Dad. Grandma, Grandpa, my siblings, Mom, and I will take care of things as best we can. Then, one day when the flowers bloom, our whole family will be reunited in the way it was always meant to be, Dad. Dad, please wait for me, Dad. I miss you so much. Khanh Ngoc, even now, I don't know how I would face it if one day a loved one left me forever. But one thing I do know is that Khanh Ngoc has been incredibly brave. Your dad will always be up above, protecting you on every path. You know, Dad has only gone to a place where you can no longer see him, but he will always be watching over you. Whenever you miss Dad, try placing your hand on your heart. I believe your dad is always there, because the greatest and most beautiful things in this world cannot be seen with the eyes, but can be felt with the heart. The next letter is from Thao, also a very touching one. Let's listen to it together. Dad, hello, Dad. It feels like 14 years since I've been able to say Dad. You've been gone for so long, you know. It made me forget how to say Dad, forget your voice, and all that's left are fragmented memories of you. Oh, Dad, I miss you so much, especially when I feel weak. I miss you even more. And Mom must miss you 100,000 times more. Dad, I'm 23 years old now. I've grown up, haven't I? Everyone says I'm just like you, even sharing your quiet and reserved nature. I'm very proud of that. I wonder what you'd think if you saw me now. Oh, my daughter, just like her dad, so beautiful. You'd say that, wouldn't you, Dad? Dad, during the years I grew up without you, I cried so much. I became a negative, enduring child, not opening up to anyone. I often cried whenever I was hurt, whenever night fell, whenever I missed you and felt for Mom. I became a crybaby. I used to think it was all my fault that our family had to endure such difficult circumstances. If it were me who had gone away instead of you, Dad, our family would be the happiest family in the world. It was all my fault. I carried that thought and grew up, becoming closed off from everyone. No one was allowed into my world. I was so afraid of being hurt because my heart already held too much pain. I couldn't bear anymore, or I would shatter and choose to follow you, Dad. But Dad, so much suffering and misfortune came my way, but I guess you already know all about it, don't you? So I won't tell you much more. I'll just tell you about the bright spots in my life. In my second year of college, I met the person who made me stop crying over misfortunes, Dad. I've changed so much. I miss you less because I'm busier. I smile more because I've opened up to people. At night, I've stopped crying over the negativity that no longer surrounds me. I've been living happier because of that person. He came into my life like a miracle. He comforted me, healed me, and gave me happiness. Dad, I'll bring him home to our family, so our family can also be healed and comforted. Mom will also become a happy person. Don't worry, Dad. Dad, there are so many things I want to tell you, so please stay by my side, okay? You'll see how I grow up, how I mature. I often dream, but why don't you ever visit me in my dreams? Please come visit me often so I'll always remember your face, your lean figure, your swept back hair, your white shirt tucked in, riding your motorbike, truly a heartthrob. Please visit me often, Dad, don't forget me. I miss you so much. Our whole family misses you too. I hope I'll get to see you again one day, not too far off in a beautiful world. I love you, Dad. Through each letter, I understand Thao's deep love and intense longing for her dad. I believe that no matter how far apart, the love Dad has for Thao will always remain intact, never fading away. Sometimes I wonder if Dad ever felt a pang of sadness when, as a child going to school or playing, I would always ask, "Where's Mom, Dad? Is Mom home, Dad? Where did Mom go?" And as I grew up, I would only call Mom to ask, "Mom, how's Dad doing?" I wonder if Dad ever thought I loved him less than Mom. It's just that I didn't know how to express my feelings to Dad. It was easier with Mom because she had a gentle and warm way of showing affection. Dad, on the other hand, always confined himself to the image of a strict and solid pillar of the house. Because of this, Dad rarely showed his emotions or love for his child. He didn't say, "I love you," like Mom did, but Dad had his own way of loving me. He never let my bicycle tires go flat, never forgot to pick me up from school every evening, and never let me eat dinner alone during late-night study sessions for university exams. Mom loved me with hugs, while Dad loved me with his strong shoulders. Because Dad was so sparing with words of affection, sometimes we might think he didn't love or care for us that much. But no matter how clumsy Dad was in expressing his feelings, he was always, every day, trying to find ways for us to understand how much he loved us. I believe Dad always loves us unconditionally, with all that he has, and we are his most precious treasure in this world. No matter how complicated, treacherous, or deceitful the world out there might be, nothing can surpass the love of parents. My dad once told me, "Your parents' home is your home, you can come and stay anytime. But your home, if we haven't been invited, your parents wouldn't dare step foot in it." Or a line from the movie, "Go Home, My Kids," that stuck with me. Dad has no possessions other than his children. You might see Dad as old and a bit senile, but Dad has love and a home where you can always return. Seeing the marks of time etched on Dad's face is also when I know I need to try to be present in his world as much as possible, so he knows how great my love for him is too. All of Dad's love is given to me. What Dad needs is simply a phone call, a word of inquiry, a hug, a healthy and happy child. Perhaps that alone is more precious than anything else in the world. So, if you are still lucky enough to have Dad by your side, to be loved, cherished, and protected by him, then pay attention and show him much affection. And if your dad has temporarily left for another place, believe that Dad is still deep in your heart, so live your life well.